Our first move as the High Empire is going to involve doing two things at once, very carefully. One, resolve an old conflict, an old internal conflict, with an enigmatic foe. And two, continue to colonize and terraform as many new planets as possible, as quickly as possible. I'm going to do my best. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Galactic Paragons in our High Dominion 2 series. So, right off the bat, this is something I think that's happened in every single Stellaris series that I've done so far since I brought the channel back. It's frustrating, but those of you who have watched the last two series know where I'm going with this. We are basically going to step into an alternate reality for one that I was living just a moment ago, because something actually happened that forced me to stop a recording and go, no, this is so random and unexpected, and it doesn't entirely make sense, and it feels a little bit broken, so we're gonna give this another go. So here's what happened. I was about 15 minutes into this episode just a few minutes ago, and the Mephishotans and the Soran Stellar Industries, who are in the Empire with us, I think one of them declared war on the... I think the Soran declared war on the Mephishotans. But because we have a standing defensive pact with the Mephishotans, which I'm now going to break, because we have that, we got pulled into a war where the Mephishotans, and get this, the Coalition of Jarrell War were our allies against the Soran Stellar Industries, which is the only other major power to even join the Empire. Let that sink in for a second. Let that just let it marinate. Let it percolate. Holy crap, right? Like, how does that make any sense whatsoever? So it strikes me as something that, like, it's an edge case that maybe, you know, when you join the Empire or when you establish the Empire, like, existing defensive pacts need to get broken off, or they don't need to be treated the same way, or there need to be checks in place to prevent something like that from happening. But it made no sense narratively, and it made very little sense even, you know, as just a putting the narrative aside. It was like, wait a minute, you're in the Empire with me, and now I'm fighting you? I'm confused. So we've broken off the Mephishotan, or we've broken off things with the Mephishottan Imperium, which probably means we're going to have a war between them even sooner. But it might also make the Soran less confident, knowing that... well, no, sorry. I'm thinking about that backwards. It might actually make them more confident if they feel like we will kind of be working alongside them. So we can end our rivalry with them. That's one thing we could do, which I can go ahead and do that. And I think I've got a few... I have a few spare envoys, actually, so hang on. Let's first of all... Nice. Yeah, let's put another one in to strengthen our Imperial authority. And maybe we can improve our relations with the Soran Stellar Industries. They're ruthless capitalists, but we can work on that. So anyway, as I was saying, our two main focuses are still going to be kind of taking care of things on the economic front and expanding as much as possible. One thing I'm going to go ahead and do is give the order for the first star order to come down here, basically, and then head to Kelzane, because I think we can expand this direction and maybe take some more systems. So we'll do that. Let's close the sector map for a moment, because I want to focus on getting some construction ships rerouted. You're here in Tiffin. That's kind of a perfect position, so why don't you come here? We have some additional colony ships that we can order in just a moment, which I will do. We also have this ring world to restore. But one of the next things I want to do before I even... Hang on, let's get a science ship over there as well. One of the next things I want to do is we're going to look at policies and edicts, because check this out. We have 1 million unity, and we're making 3K unity per month. That's plenty. So we can do more with our edicts for sure. I'm not going to do enhanced surveillance or thought enforcement, because those would actually make the population less happy and lead to probably negative outcomes. But I'm going to go for capacity subsidies to improve technician output. Again, as happened in both Heralds of the Dark Nova and Clandestine Curiosity, I'm going to be like recapping decisions that I just made in that alternate universe episode a moment ago. Didn't even finish recording it. I just cut it off because I was like, this is stupid and makes no sense. So we're going to restart. But so this is one thing that I did, but I'm going to follow it by also doing industrial and forge subsidies. So this increases the energy credit upkeep of these, but I'm compensating for that by also increasing our technician output. And we're going to keep everything else the same for now. And I could technically also run the education and recycling campaign. The recycling campaign would really help with consumer goods upkeep, but I think we're going to be good regardless. All right, let's go ahead and step up to speed 2. We are currently at our station cap. There's a ton of uncollected trade value that I'm seeing, but I'm not really able to do anything about that just yet. Excellent. As soon as I can start upgrading the station cap, or yeah, the station capacity, I will be able to do more. Starbase capacity, that's the word I was looking for. All right, so the first starter is on their way. We also are making a good amount of progress building our hyper relays. So we finally, in the span of just the next couple of seconds, we're going to have just a lot more of a direct connection between the original kind of side of our empire that already has the hyperlanes and this far side up here that's been a little bit more contested, a little bit more Wild West, but it's more like a Wild Northeast.
Colonization in progress.
For most of the game. Okay, so for you, we're actually missing rare crystals, which is fine. Let's also go to the expansion planner real quick and see what other worlds I can set up for colonization, because there are probably more. Yep. So this is Terminal Egress Secundus. Wait, why is it Terminal Egress Secundus? Is it because one's already been colonized? Probably. Yeah, Terminal Egress Prime. You know what? Let's just call this the Terminal Mandate. I did that in the last episode. That's a little bit foreboding, but it's fun. Okay, so this one, this will be the, let's just call it Egress 2. And then what about Eurelian? Yep, let's just go with Eurelian Prime. Eguwike 2. Okay, now we're down on consumer goods a bit, but I can fix that. Oh, you know what, though? Another thing I need to do, I've got a bunch of energy on the side right now, and notice, by the way, our energy income actually went up in addition to the consumer goods deficit going away and our alloy income going up. So those edicts that I just triggered are really, like, obviously very useful. All right, so this tropical world is going to be one of the first to be terraformed. And we're also going to terraform Ranction 4A, which we'll have to sell a little bit to make that work, but that's fine. There we go, Alpine World. And reset. Alright, Lepicata.
In progress.
Ooh, what can I build here? I'm going to do a research lab there because one of the things I'm concerned about is we have a very sprawling empire at the moment, and so it's going to be easy for other empires to catch up technologically, despite the fact that we've had an advantage for a lot of the game. And I think one thing I'm going to have to do is get a science nexus going in order to help ensure that does not happen. All right, so we have a construction ship here that... Yeah, let's go ahead and move you down there. Okay. We're mostly good. New drug introduced on Cart. Smugglers on Cart have introduced a new drug that we believe originated from somewhere in the pirate territories beyond civilized space. This drug is not only highly addictive, but it has also proven quite lethal to most life forms if consumed in anything but small quantities. While local authorities are doing what they can to stem the spread of this drug, there's been a rash of deaths all over the planet. I think we had this event earlier already, if I'm not mistaken. So, do I actually have... Let me take a look at this. Yeah, we have several other enforcer jobs that could be filled. So, let me go ahead and... we're just going to start from the Ferris Mandate. That's fine. I'm going to move some Sundrian enforcers from another planet to Cart. And now crime is gone. Check that out. So let's end the anti-crime campaign. This is the center of the drug trade, but I think by ending martial law, if we let the enforcers take care of the rest... Okay, crime just came back a little bit. But I think if we let the enforcers take care of the rest, we should be good. And that world might actually do a little bit better with those modifiers taken off. I probably need to... This is something I've done a few times throughout the series, but I probably need to go back through and make sure that I don't have martial law on worlds that no longer really need it. Okay, let's continue to keep an eye on terraforming. We still have these worlds over here, the tomb worlds from early in the series. And we have a barren world that needs to be converted as well. That, of course, will take 15,000 in order to properly build. Unfortunately. Okay, relic activation available. This will give me more alloys at the cost of minerals. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's make sure that everything here is on the up and up. Yes, it is. Those fleets are fully built out. You can see the first one. Order restored on Cart. Nice. Center of drug trade modifier removed. With a significant reduction of crime on Cart, the planet's once pervasive criminal underworld has been reduced to nothingness. The population has been imbued with a renewed sense of safety and harmony. Let's also check Wayford too, because I think... Yeah, this was one that I worked on last episode. Or not last episode, but in the alternate universe episode. So let's do the same thing. Not from the Ferris Mandate, but how about from the Efriri Mandate? Let's take a couple of Sundrian enforcers and place them over there. Okay? And then that should, in theory... How are we doing on jobs? We still have, like, space for 2 more. So let's... What about from New Riordan? Okay, so now there's not an enforcer on New Riordan, but that job will get taken again. All right, so Wayford 2 is actually showing that there are some job opportunities right now. But I think those will mostly deal with themselves. Yeah, the yellow briefcase icon usually indicates that that's going to self-resolve. Okay, so it looks like... Yeah, you just need to head to Kelzane now. What's this? Methane gas explosion. A methane gas explosion has injured Science Officer Velk, daughter of Muray, and several of the crew. The blast set off when a malfunctioning drill overcharged the generators, which then caught fire. Before the fire could be contained, it ignited some residual methane gas and tore down a wall, revealing a secret system of chambers and tunnels. Our archaeologists believe they may have belonged to a person of means and note, as they were filled to the brim with precious minerals and artifacts. So that's handy. And we got, oh wow, 200 minor artifacts. And it looks like, yeah, Velk, daughter of Muray, has been maimed. That's a shame. Sorry about that, Velk. But you did it for the Empire. You did it in the service of all of us, so we appreciate you. Thanks. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade that to a system capital complex. We've got a bunch of additional stuff that I can do.
Colonization in progress.
And lots of colonizing as well. Hang on, let's continue to take a look at that. Pause for a second. As I said, that's going to be a major focus going forward. Yeah, see, both of these need to be terraformed as soon as possible. All right, you just need to be... Yeah, we have a ton of alloys right now, too, so I can use that to upgrade stations. But the first thing I want to do is actually get some of these... Let's do Sterope Prime. We're going to get some of these done. This is Egoweek. This would be Egoweek. Well, it is the 3rd planet, so we'll do Egoweek 3. I think I've already labeled one Egoweek 2. And this is Sterope. Yeah, this is also Sterope 2, so we'll do that. And then what about Brius? Yeah, we can do Brius. It's Brius Prime. Okay. We'll leave it at that for now.
Technology secured.
What's this? Strategic Coordination Center. Construction unlocked. Nice. Penal colony. So... Yeah, that could actually come in handy. I'm probably going to build one of those. Do I need the ancient suspension field? Do I really? I probably don't. Reverse engineer minor artifacts. Let's go ahead and research that. We haven't really taken advantage of that this series, but that could come in very handy if used correctly. So let me now also take a moment to see what I can do here. Because I think... yeah, we need 5 more slots. Having to delete a fair number of these to make this happen. But we'll build an ion cannon there for the Sin Station. And the Cigar Station, this is a colossal assembly yard, you know? So I do want to make sure that's well defended. Okay, now we're actually out of alloys again, which is hilarious. Give it a few days and we'll be fine.
Colonization in progress.
Interesting that that war hasn't happened yet between the Soren. Oh, Velk, daughter of Muray, retired to devote time to philanthropic endeavors. There's been a recent upswing of crime on Raus and Vola as the planet continues its descent into lawlessness. The crime situation must be dealt with. Okay, so this is a Gaia world, which really, when you think about it, shouldn't... There's only one enforcer drop? Really? Really? Okay, hold on. Hold on. We just sent... You know what? That's 4 Sundrian enforcers to Raus and Vola. Get wrecked. Decisions, end any crime campaign, end martial law. Sort your mess out, please. It does look like we would benefit from another city district, so I'll go ahead and queue that up, and then I'll also clear that blocker. We have several more colony ships underway. Alright, so I can have a new leader. That was our scientist, I think, one of our scientists that died. Although there's a pretty good argument that I don't need another scientist right now, so we might even be able to delete that science ship. Although, you know, assisting research is something that I could do. Is there another leader? Yeah, see, here's the thing. Right now, what I need more than anything, now that I've got a leader slot, let's take advantage of this. I need to take a look at my frontier sector and determine areas that need to be set up. Now, Bax 6 also needs to be colonized. Planet already has a plan colony. Perfect. All right, so yeah, see, for example, this could be potentially... Ooh, I need to terraform you. Hold on. Hold on. Stop everything. Perfect. Alpine world. Alright, so once that's done, that'll be a great place to set up. But it's not necessarily a place to have a sector. I think, ideally, we need a terminal egress sector set up. So let's go ahead and do that. Start with the terminal mandate. And I guess because we're still colonizing it, we can't quite set the sector up yet. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, so it's not a map mode. It used to be, as I recall. Alright, we still are like losing a small amount of nanites every month, and I need to figure out why. But there's just so many other priorities, and we're not losing enough that it's like a huge concern. Now let's go ahead and improve the hypercoms for him on as many worlds as we can. And let things keep going on speed 2 for a minute. Okay, the Gorton Combine has opened their borders. That's interesting. Alright, the Shroud is accessible again. We haven't talked to them in a while. Also, hey, diplomacy. We wish to become your patron. Although, they're probably not as important as... Is there a curator order in this game? I don't see a curator order. They might have gotten destroyed. That sucks. Alright, Keeper of the Vaults has leveled up. So this would improve our research speed, again, and give us more research alternatives, which I really like. So let's go ahead and do that. I think that, like, far and away makes the most sense. I'm going to pause for a moment and take a look at my other worlds, and I think this might be a good chance. Tell you what, let's go ahead and look at worlds where there's a lot of stability issues. So, yeah, that's because it's an ocean world. We'll deal with that. So those stability issues, I think, will be dealt with. Rouse and Vola, I think, will balance out. Yeah, we need to terraform a lot of these planets. That's the problem. Okay, let's just go through this sector and see if we can find any that still have settings that they shouldn't. Okay, so Wayfred 2 is currently set up with martial law, and there's not an anti-crime campaign. So let me end martial law and see if the resulting changes from having brought those specialists in, specifically the enforcers, helps things kind of balance out. Yeah, we're definitely seeing crime on a lot of planets, which is annoying. I need to get a penal colony set up yesterday. All right, we can end martial law on Sabrabic, that's cathartic in and of itself, because that was such a problem child world for so long, so that feels good. Protection racket, mob rule. Okay, this is probably an example of a world where I could resettle. Let's double check this. Yeah, right now there are 2 enforcers and no openings. That's interesting. And despite that, we still have all this crime. Let's launch an anti-crime campaign then. Gonna need to on that world. Alright, Shroud accessible. Let's reach into the Shroud. Not really worth it right now. I'm just gonna exit. I don't like any of those choices. Alright, so we have 259 days, and then that ship will arrive. Let me take a moment to... Alright, so one of those is building a hyper relay in Vigimar. You can build one in Teyi, and then you can build one in Orville. And then can you build one here? Nope, not quite yet, but hold on. Hold on. We might be close. Moving to Sharku. Yep, you can build that there. Perfect. So we have a ton of new colonies going up, and it's going to be a lot to manage. Oh, Schlarg is ready with a new slot, so let's see what we can do here. Psycor might be a good idea on Schlarg, to be honest. Might be a good idea. But also, research labs, too. That's the thing. Alright, Wayford 2 does have an open job, but that's not one that needs my intervention necessarily, so we'll see how that goes. What's this? Senate's now in session. Minor economic sanctions. Sure. I'll vote with you on that. Leader level up. The Minister of Defense. Are you also in... Yeah, you're commanding a fleet. Let's go ahead and say scout. Seems like a good idea. Alright, everything else is looking pretty good. We just have so many new colonies starting at once. It's a lot. Alright, we can potentially expand up here. And as soon as I have the ability to build the jump drive...
Colonization in progress.
Oh, another thing. Hang on. Let's look down here. Where is the... Here it is. Yes, this was the system 53 days away from finishing the Colossal Assembly Yards. So that will give us our Juggernaut, finally, once the research is finished in 5 months.
Technology secured.
But we can also build a World Breaker with it, which I really look forward to using against the Coalition of Drell War. I'm not going to lie. They are going to get some planets exploded, and I'm going to enjoy it. All right, leader enhancement capacity boosters. Yes. That's a yes. That's how I feel about that.
Colonization in progress.
So we're starting to have some worlds in the frontier sector that, like, genuinely... Let's see if that colonization is done here in Terminal Egress. Nope. Nowhere near done. We're starting to have some worlds that are genuinely high level, despite the fact that they're not in a sector. Which is good in some ways. We just need to... As soon as we have leaders that can take on these jobs. Order restored on Wayford 2. Nice. Criminal Underworld modifier removed. That is only positive. 8 days until this ship arrives. Alright, so you're here, which means we can go ahead and start one at a time. This will be fun. Haven't had a chance to clear any more basic enemies in a long time, and they're going to get absolutely destroyed. I want you to cloak and head in and start surveying these systems, please. And honestly, there are a number of worlds in this territory that I kind of want to take from around the Sagittarians. So I might just do a wormhole, or not a wormhole, but I might do a gateway and get that set up. Let's see how this goes.
Attacking enemy vessels.
This ought to be fun.
Technology secured.
Juggernaut. Nice. Nice. Okay, let's finally go ahead and upgrade to quantum missiles. Alright, so they're cleared there, and I want you to go ahead and take care of those research projects first. And then why don't you go ahead and clear out Dearth as well. We're going to claim these systems as fast as we can. Starting to get a little bit of slowdown, which is understandable. Late game, big galaxy, a lot of moving parts.
Attacking enemy vessels.
Alright, so Mephistiotans are definitely building more gateways.
Hulks vivisected.
Alright, we didn't get too much from that. Not that I was expecting a lot. Alloy nanoplants. Alloy income, honestly, though, I'm quite happy with at the moment. Alright, so that Juggernaut, we need to go ahead and design that. Ship designer. Colossus and the Juggernaut are designable. Okay, let's go ahead and get some Tachyon Lances on you. The Ancient Driller Drones. Yeah, they seem genuinely better in a lot of ways, so let's go ahead and place them there. And then maybe we can have... These are all medium weapons, so we can do like a mixture. We can do a central gamma laser, flanking Gauss cannons, and then some plasma cannons in the back. How about that? Works for me. Let's go ahead and improve hull there at the expense of some shield. And what I'm going to do actually is take off... Yeah, hang on. First of all, let's make this a little bit more uniform. Here. Perfect. Now also, we can have reactive armor, regenerative hull tissue, auxiliary fire control, and a shield capacitor. And then the strike command. Okay, that would be good for strike craft damage. I like that. Impulse thrusters. Yep. Let's go ahead and make you a carrier so that you sit as far back as possible from everything, since you are strike craft based to a large extent. And this is the Ka Thanatos, which I am completely okay with that. Yes, that is what I want you to do. Then we have this Colossus, which I haven't done anything with yet, but let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is the On Bivacus. On Gavananis, I prefer that. Nice. I think I much prefer that. Okay. Now, having done that, let's see what else we can do here. We've got this guy surveying as quickly as possible. I don't want you to actually clear out that last system of mining drones until we've cleared these two systems. But now what I can do, I think I actually have the resources to do this. Let's go to the shipyard and give the order, haha, for the Juggernaut to be built. I still, by the way, it's been like 5 episodes, I still have not gotten a single opportunity to improve my command limit. So I've been trying to add those new battleships, you know, just to expand the battleship complements of all my fleets. And I haven't yet gotten that opportunity. So we're going to have to do a strategic coordination center at some point. We can now use the expropriation Casus Belli against the Gurden Combine. Interesting. Where is the Gurden Combine? Yeah, who even is the Gurden Combine? That's the question. And why do we care? I don't even see them. They must be like a single system. Caravan Coalition, words. All right, where are you? I need to know. The Gurden Combine. Oh, there they are. Yeah, it's one system. So they must have just emerged. That's got to be it. All right, Bayenbeck. Pretty obvious chance to do a industrial district there. Also, we're at 10k energy. So you know what that means. I can actually restore one of my tomb worlds. Let's go ahead and restore the Delnick colony. Hell yeah. That has been a long time coming.
Star system charted.
Also, while I'm thinking about it, hang on. We have a whole crap ton of stations that can now be pretty easily upgraded, I think. Okay, yeah, actually, I don't have a ton of opportunities yet in that regard. Hang on. Pakshalika, I can upgrade you, and probably need to upgrade you. Kelzane, maybe. I might end up deleting that station, to be honest. Same with the Aswiri station, but that is, we do have a wormhole there, which I'll have to take a look at that. And I think I've also set up some, yeah, there's the Aswiri, there's Yunduk, there's Kifitar, Brilseer. I think Brilseer is one that I was setting up to collect trade value, so there are some that if I just expand them a little bit, yeah, oh my god, yeah, there's so much uncollected trade value. As soon as I can build just a few more stations, right now I can't, we're going to be in good shape. All right, Zabradek is ready for an expansion here, so let's go ahead and give them... Yeah, you know what? Let's do a city district on Zabradek. Expand the planet a bit. All right, Ostichi has been explored, so we're just going to explore... Oh, wow. Canis, or Canis, is not going to take long to map out. So we're going to build this starbase in Ostichi.
Technology secured.
Quantum missiles done. Okay, that's going to be a nice upgrade. And Marauder missiles immediately available. Love that. Also, I haven't researched swarmer missiles yet. Let's go ahead and knock those out. Why not? I love the number of research alternatives that I have right now as a result of my leaders. Also worth the 35-minute mark, which is nice. So I probably need to go ahead and wrap up here. Let's get the Ostici. Nice. Let's get Ostici done, and then get Dearth explored.
Construction complete.
All right, build a starbase there in Canis.
Life form encountered.
Canis. Okay. Escog, you have titanic life forms, which is nice. I don't have an auto-curating vault yet. That increases bureaucratic output, which is nice. Let's go ahead and build that and see how it does. And then, yeah, here, this is another planet that would benefit from a new city district, so we'll do that. One last pass over the current building opportunities. Frontier sector. Wow. Wow. Holy crap. There's a lot going on. Also, let's take a quick look at the expansion planner before I wrap up. All right, Vendemiatrix. That's an example of a planet that I want to go ahead and get that terraformed. So, as I finish up here, let's go ahead and sell those alloys. Ooh, 10K. You know what? Just kidding. I'm going to have that much. You know what I'm going to use that on? Let's restore the Elbicon colony. That's going to feel good. All right, so Vendemiatrix is already terraforming, though. Forgot about that. So, all right, in that case, I'm happy about that. So we still have more worlds to terraform and lots more to do, but with the Juggernaut officially building in Sagara, it's going to take a minute, but it's building. Be done in a couple of years. We are well on our way to having what we need to attack these guys. I just need to be able to jump in and take control of this system as soon as possible, because there's a lot of Gaia planets here and a lot of potential resources that could help us turn the tables towards the end of the game. We are not even, like, all the fallen empires are ahead of us because they've risen, but the Soren Stellar Industries is way ahead of us score-wise. So we're going to have to make some major moves in order to change that, and for now, I'm just trying to cross all my T's and dot all of my I's before I do anything major against them, because their fleet power is overwhelming compared to ours, despite the fact that I have such an impressive fleet at this point. So, yeah, that's a problem, and I'm glad they're in the Empire with me, but we just need to tread very carefully there. And I'm going to continue just to focus on these guys, and then potentially on the Mephishotans and the Coalition of Drellwar. I'm kind of annoyed that no war has happened this episode, given what I described at the beginning, but, you know, that's Stellaris for you. Very, very, very RNG. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day but Thursday at 3 p.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.